Okay, what's up, folks? Rich Van Tassel with you. It is January 1st, 2017 now, so Happy New Year. Doing the picks today, of course, it's Sunday. I usually do them on Saturday. As far as these game picks, I'm really just going to go through and give you who I'm choosing for this one. My apologies. We've obviously been crazy with the holidays as well. But as far as this week, the games, I mean, some of them, like the first one, the Ravens-Bengals, obviously nothing on the line. There are so many games that don't have anything on the line. Of course, the biggest one is the Lions and the Packers tonight. We'll go through that. I'll do a specific preview for that one. I mean, you have a lot of seeding things on the line, but that's really the only spot that's up for grabs. So, like, you have the Ravens and Bengals. I like the Ravens in that one, just finishing off their season. They want to finish above 500. I think the Bengals may give them troubles, but the Bengals have already packed it in. The Ravens, of course, are very deflated from that loss last week against the Steelers, so that could be a situation. But again, that's why it's so difficult to pick these games. You don't have any clue what the Ravens are going to have after that one, whether they'll finish above 500 or not, where the Bengals are a very professional team. They have won in the past, so they've obviously had the letdown. The Texans and the Titans, without Marcus Mariota playing, you got to give it to the Texans in that one. They're basically locked in their spot. Bill O'Brien, I just saw, says he's playing, he's playing to win, he's playing his starters, all that stuff. So I'm taking the Texans simply because Marcus Mariota isn't in the game. Panthers, Buccaneers, some implications on this one. The Buccaneers can make the playoffs, but I mean, seriously, I got a better chance of being in the NBA than the Buccaneers do of making the playoffs at this. I guess they need like Dallas to win, Indianapolis to win. They need the Giants and the Redskins to end in a tie, and they need all of those things. It's not like one or the other will do it. And of course, with the win. So, but I'm going to take Tampa Bay in that one to finish above 500 this year, get something going into next year. Jaguars, Colts, another just truly meaningless game. Some talks about Chuck Pagano maybe gone at the end of the season. Jacksonville, of course, has their new coach in there. They got the win last week against the Titans, as I said they would. So I think the Jaguars will finish up and end the Colts' disappointing season and almost certainly the end of Chuck Pagano. Patriots and the Dolphins. The Dolphins can move up. The Patriots will clinch the first overall seed and home field advantage throughout, obviously, with a victory. I'll give you the injury reports for this one because this has some implications moving forward. Of course, Ryan Tannehill not playing. Miami would like to avoid Pittsburgh, who's likely going to be the 3 seed. I think Pittsburgh's locked into the 3 seed, so that's something to look at. For New England, the questionables: Matthew Slater, wide receiver; Tom Brady, quarterback; Martellus Bennett; Danny Amendola, wide receiver; Malcolm Mitchell, wide receiver, are out. For the Dolphins, Spencer Pasinger, linebacker, questionable; Jay Ajayi, running back, questionable; Mario Williams, defensive end, questionable; Jelani Jenkins and Brian Maxwell, a linebacker and cornerback, respectively, are doubtful. I'm going to give that one to the Dolphins, even though they're traveling to Foxborough. I know that the Patriots have a lot riding on this. They want to get the first overall seed, but I don't think it's really that important to the Patriots, to be honest with you. They're a team that expects to win wherever, and I like where the Dolphins are going, and I expect Matt Moore to play well, so I'm taking the Dolphins. Bears, Vikings, so meaningless. I would assume the Bears are going to get a win before the season ends. They've really been playing well at times. They have not won a road game, however, but I'm still going to pick the Bears. Bills, Jets, Bills fired their coach. Todd Bowles may be on his way out of town. Ryan Fitzpatrick getting the start. The Jets, you know what I mean? Cowboys, Eagles. You have Tony Romo, he's going to play. I just saw earlier, it looks like Prescott 2 series, Romo 2 series, Sanchez comes in to finish. I would expect the Eagles are going to finish strong. Cowboys are just looking to get out of that game, stay rolling on their early series. Make sure Tony Romo doesn't leave the game on a stretcher because they'll still need him as a backup. Browns, Steelers. I see the Browns winning this game, but you just can't in your right mind pick them. Steelers. Saints, Falcons. Falcons can move, I guess, anywhere from 2 to 4. They've got their division, so they can't drop past 4, but 2 would obviously mean a first-round bye. They could be 3 as well, so that game has some implications to it. Saints can cause some damage, but I think the Falcons are going to jump on them early, get the job done. Redskins Giants, an important game for the Redskins. Obviously, they're almost certainly going to be in the playoffs should they win. Of course, they have to have that game between the Lions and the Packers not end in a tie. The Giants, I expect probably the first half they're going to play their starters. I'm not sure what the Giants have. I mean, I heard a comment from Odell Beckham this week, Odell Beckham Jr., that, you can't help but not be too focused on this game just because there's really nothing riding on it for the Giants. Do they want to keep Washington out of the playoffs? They're probably not going to play the Redskins if the Redskins make it. I think the Redskins are going to be able to attack that secondary, and, whatever happens, but the Redskins need to win this game. Cardinals, Rams, so meaningless. I'll give the Rams that one. I think they're going to get a win before the season ends. Raiders, Broncos, of course, the Raiders can get the 1 seed. They can drop all the way down to 5 as well. Should they lose and the Kansas City Chiefs win. The Broncos, I was just seeing Gary Kubiak, looks like he's going to step down because of health reasons. So Matt McGloin, of course, starting for Derek Carr. Lot of things in this one. I think the Broncos will win this game. Their defense is going to give Matt McGloin fits, but you have to keep an eye on where Denver's head is at. You have the coach going out. They were defending Super Bowl champions coming into this season. They didn't make the playoffs. They were eliminated last week, but I think the Broncos will get the job done. Chiefs and Chargers. Chiefs are going to roll the Chargers in this one. It's expected Mike McCoy is going to be out of town following this one. So, and Kansas City, whether they get the division or not, they have to put the pressure on the Raiders to win that game. And, of course, the Seahawks and 49ers. Chip Kelly is going to be gone. They're firing their general manager as well. That's what the reports are. Had I not seen that, I was going to pick the 49ers to win this game. But at this point, I don't expect them to really come out with any energy. Seattle has shown the tendency to, take things easy, kind of coast at times. So keep an eye on that as well. But like I said, with Chip Kelly and the general manager Trent Baalke being out of town, that's something to look at. And I just think Seattle, who can still get, of course, the number 2 seed, and even Detroit, of course, will do that later. The Packers can't really. I guess the Packers can move up. There's so many interchangeable parts with that. Seattle, I guess, can go from 2 to 4. They need a little help. Atlanta's the one who controls their destiny for the 2nd overall spot. Seattle, let's see. I think they want to come out sharp. They're going to get the win in this one. So there are the picks. You have them all for those games. I'll give you the in-depth one of the Packers and the Lions tonight. Obviously, big implications with that game. But like we said, I apologize. The weekend's been crazy. I would have had the time to do it, but just looking at these games, it's way too difficult to... Not so much difficult, but it really is just a futile exercise to go and try to pick most of these games in Week 17 because there's really a lot of games with nothing on the line, even the games with something on the line. Like the Redskins and the Giants. What are the Giants going to bring? New England, Miami, there's implications there, but like I said, New England, I don't think the top overall seed means that much to them. So be sure to pay attention to those things, and we'll give you that report later on. Between the Packers and the Lions, go really in-depth with that. I'll give you the injury reports, just like I'd pick any other normal game. Going to do no recaps today, anything like that. So, Happy New Year once again. We'll see you later on with the Packers and the Lions. Thanks so much.